Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube. If you are an old member, welcome back. If you are a new member, ooh, welcome. And please subscribe. Today's topic is going to be about how well do we know our kids. I'm gonna start with when they are small, before they reach their teens. I think that it's very important that we always communicate with our kids. Before they reach their teens, it's important to open up to them, let them open up to you so that you guys can have those habits that you can come to each other at any time and have the communication. And this is from the very young until they are their teens. I think it's important to start from there. You open up, ask them questions, talk about yourself, let them express their feelings, let them talk about themselves, ask them questions about what they like, what they want to do, and all those things. Just take it as a habit. For time to time, you will jump in and then ask them those questions. I think it's important to create this type of relationship with our kids when they are young, so that as they are growing up, they will feel comfortable to do this and it become a habit for them to do so. Today's topic is actually how well do we know our teens. So what I have done today is I have 10 questions that I want you to ask yourself first, just to test yourself first to see how well you know your children or your child. Ask yourself first and then you ask them and see how many of those questions that you will get right. The first question is, what type of hobby do your kids like? I know that when it comes to sport, boys, it has become something natural that they should be in sport. But when it comes to our girls, most of our girls doesn't see sports as something for a girl. And I think that when it comes to sports, it's important. It doesn't need to be a hard sport, but it can be dance, it can be running, it can be a lot of things. And for me, I think what makes sports important is that the kids will keep their fitness, and also they will have somewhere to go to concentrate, to take their thinking from many other things out there. So ask your kids, or if you know it already and you are not doing anything about it, please do something about it. Put them in any kind of activity. Ask them for their hobbies and help them to reach there. I think it's important for them. If you ask them and they have the courage to tell you that this is what I want to do, you should try to put them in, because when they have something to do, it takes their minds and their time from many other things that probably you don't want them to be doing. And then number two will be, what subject are your kids doing at school, and what of those subjects is their favorite? That is very, very important to know, because if you know the subjects that they are doing and if you know their favorite subject, it will be easier for you to help them if they are struggling. I think it's good. Education wise, it's very good to know what your kids are doing at school, what subject are they doing, and then you can encourage them or help them for them to be able to get better. I think that when it comes to the subject that they are doing at school, it's really, really important for you to know, and which one is their favorite is also very important. Number 3 is, who is their favorite teacher? What's the name of their favorite teacher? I know these kids have it very tough at school sometimes. So for me, what makes this question important is that if you know who their favorite teacher is, that means at least your child have some adults at school that they trust, that they can confine themselves in. They can go to them when they have problems. They can go to them when they need somebody to talk to at school. And this is really important because when they are at school, a lot of things happen which we parents doesn't know. So if they really have somebody there that they can trust and they can feel comfortable to go and talk to, I think we should appreciate them. So if you know which teacher, or if you ask them and they tell you that, oh, I love this teacher very much because of this and this and that, then the end of the term you can buy flower or something just to appreciate that teacher and let them know that your son really like them, so they should continue with whatever job that they are doing. I'm gonna go to number 4. What do your kids want to become when they grow up? What type of work are they educating themselves for? This can be very good for you to know because you are helping this case to go to school to become something. So if you don't know what they want to become, then what is all they struggle for? So I think it's important for us to know our case in that way. Ask them. Ask yourself. If you know, super. If you don't, ask them. Number 5 will be, what are their favorite colors? I know many people will say, what a silly question. I know my child's favorite color. But I bet you many parents out there doesn't even know this. And the reason why I brought this question up is I think that if you know their color, if you know what type of color they like, you can surprise them with a very nice, beautiful dress or a beautiful outfit. And it's simply just something that you should know. I mean, you have to know to be able to buy the right thing for your kid. And then I'm going to go to number 6. Number 6 is, what are their friends' name? Who are they hanging out with? What type of friends do they have? This is a good question. This is a really, really good thing to know. First of all, you have to know this because you need to know who your friends are roaming around with, going around with, hanging around with. It's really, really important. And also, probably one day you can get in touch with your child and you simply don't know what to do. If you have any of their friends' name, their friends' number, it will be very good for you to contact them because most of the time they know where each other is because they hang around a lot. So it is important to know your child's friends so that it will be easier for you to get in touch with them, and also it will be easier for you to give them advice. Number 7 is, what are their favorite music, their favorite movies? This is because one day, you can just sit down and put on that particular movie. They will come and join you. One day you can put on that music. Even though you don't like it, you can put it on and you will see they will be coming, dancing around you, putting some joy into their face, putting some joy into their heart just through the music, I think it's important because this case are going around and don't know what we are thinking. We don't know what they are thinking. So sometimes get to know those things can really bring a big joy to this case. Believe me, I have tried and it's a really good thing. You don't need to like what they like, but just for you to try to like it, it brings a lot of happiness into this case, and they become very proud of themselves knowing that, Mom is behind me. Mom is there for me. Mom is free to talk to. Now we are going to number 8. What is your child's biggest dreams and wishes? You have to be able to know this so that you can help them to reach their dreams and to get their wishes. This is important. We are raising this case up because we want them to reach their dreams and to get the wishes that they are wishing for, or to get their wishes through. So if you don't know their dreams, if you don't know what their wishes is, then what are you helping them with? Where are you taking them? You cannot give them your wishes or your dreams. It has to come from them. So for you to be able to help them in the best way, you need to know what their dreams and wishes are. Number 9, are they in any relationship with anyone? That's a big question. And I know that our case would tell us, no, no, no. Don't worry. If no, don't worry. Still give them the best advice you can give them. If they answer yes, the same way, you have to let them understand what a relationship can bring to a person's life. I don't think that their brains and their mind is ready or is developed yet for a relationship. I don't believe that. Relationship is a huge thing. It's a big thing. So if they are in a relationship, you need to sit them down. If you can let them rethink about it, it's good. If not, please try to give them the best advice. Let them understand that a relationship is always there. There is no rush to be in a relationship. You need to let them understand that it comes with a lot of responsibility, a lot of hurt, a lot of disappointment. So sit them down and let them understand this, because I truly don't believe that as a teenager you can handle a relationship that well. I don't believe that. So I think we should discuss this with our children and let them understand. If they still want to go for this, just be there, support them. Keep on giving them advice. Keeping on knowing exactly the person they are with. Don't outcast them. They might be stubborn, still keeping on doing whatever you don't like. But believe me, they need you no matter what. So never throw them away. Never push them away or never scare them with anything. Stay be behind, support, giving them advice that you have been given. And I promise you, you will see them coming back and doing exactly what you have been telling them. So don't give up, don't give up. Number 10 is going to be, have they ever had any sexual intercourse? This is very important, because if so, then they need you really. At that age, teenager, having sexual intercourse is not something that any parent want to have in their home. But I know that it happens. It happens behind us, and sometimes it happens in front of us, and we cannot do anything about it. You don't know simply what to do. I know that every home have their rules that they need to follow. If you don't follow, there is a consequence for this. But I truly believe that we need to discuss this. We need to talk to them about those things. We need to give them the advice that they really need. Let them understand what comes with having sex, or let them understand how it's gonna end. It's simply like that. I mean, you need to take your time as a mother and really help this case to understand. Help your child to understand the consequence of every single action that they take in this life. It's really, really important for us to do. We know better, but they don't know better. So it's our job to do this. It's our job to direct them into right direction. It's our job to let them know what we have been through. I think it's very important for us to sit this case down and try to let them understand some things. I know that it can many times that we will be very judgmental, but to be judgmental is not going to help them, because then they will stop coming and tell you things. So please don't be judgmental. Just try your best to let them feel comfortable in your conversation with them, so that they will be able to come and tell you everything. I have tried this and it's really, really helpful. I know that if you stop being judgmental to them, you stop assuming things, you start listening to them, you start being in the same level as them, letting them understand that I'm not above you, I am equally with you. I just want to help you because I have had this experience before. They have a say that all of us have been a child before, but old is not something that everyone have reached yet. We are all traveling there. So you know the way to get your case to do what you maybe did and you didn't succeed, what maybe you didn't do that brought you big problem into your life. So in this way, you will be able to get this case to understand and to listen to you without them feeling scared, without them feeling that mom is gonna judge me, mom is gonna be angry, mom is gonna be disappointed. Because if you do that, then this case will stop talking to you. This case will start hiding things from you. They will not come to you anymore. So I think that as parents, we should start really communicate with our kids in the right way. Let this case feel comfortable. Let them feel okay to come and tell you anything. I think that this is something that we should do. It's a thought that I think that I should share with everyone out there. I do really know that many parents is already doing a good job raising up their kids in the healthy, best way they can. But many people is still struggle out there. They don't know how to do this. They don't know what to do, because this new generation is way, way tougher than probably our generation. And as I always say, we that have traveled abroad is harder, because we are in this house alone with our kids, with all the doors closed. So it's only you and your children. You don't have your neighbors like we have maybe in Ghana or in Africa that can jump in, that sees everything, that will help you out to raise up your case. They will help you out to discipline your case. So for me, we need to educate ourselves in the best way, so that as we are in this house with our case, we don't mislead ourselves or mislead our case or lose the way of raising our case up. I think it's very important. We need to help each other. We need to get some advice out. So I'm trying to do this for you to just question yourself and see how much you know about your case. If you don't know much about them, no problem. It's never too late. Start doing this. If you have case that is still haven't reached their teens yet, then lucky you. You can start this easy way, communicate with them, have fun with them, know what they like, know what they don't like. It's also good. Ask them, what do you like about me? What don't you like about me? So that you will be able to know how to develop from some things. So I think it's really good to start communicate with your kids in a very young age, so that they get this as habit, that our mom loved to ask me questions. Me and mom used to discuss about our lives, what we like, what we don't. It become something fun for them, and let them ask you questions as well. Give them that chance to ask you questions. That develop their brains, it develop their development, and it helps them to understand themselves and understand you. So I know many homes, it's a lot of misunderstanding, and this is because of lack of communication. Lack of communication brings a lot of misunderstanding. The same misunderstanding that we are having with our partners, the same misunderstanding can happen to our kids. So I think that we should start communicating with our kids at very young age. Let them feel free to come and talk. Let them feel free to say whatever they want to say. Let it come out. And if it come out and it's not right, you teach them the right way. But don't shut them up. Don't let them keep quiet just because they want to say something that is inappropriate for you, or that shouldn't come from that young mouth. You need to understand that she heard it from somewhere and she doesn't understand. So you need to listen to all those things and try to guide them the best way you can. Explain to them. Let it come from you. That's the best way I think you can raise up your kids and have probably peace of mind when they reach their teens. Because I do truly believe that if you do the good job from the very young age, when they come to their teen, the job doesn't become that much. But if you ignore this and you let it develop, then you are in a deep program. Then you need to work harder to get them to the right way again, or to change all those habits that they have created for themselves. And I do really believe that every bad habit that a child will have and grow up with come from home. So if you do your job better, if you do your job good at home, if you raise them up with communication and do your job in the right way, then you will have teens that really listen to you, and you will have the peace that you need at that particular time. So I think take this advice, start doing research. There is so many things, as I keep saying. Nowadays, we don't need to sit there blinded. We don't need to go and ask friends. We can still Google. Start doing this so that you can educate yourself. It will help you a lot. I'm gonna stop here for today. Thank you for watching, and I really, really, really appreciate all the views that I've got, all the likes, and all the subscribes. Please keep subscribing, share, like. Thank you for watching today, and I will see you on my next video. Bye.